Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio on a spooky, scary Halloween Monday, Monday, October 31st. Ian Cameron, Dutch Boy Fresh, Skee Profit, Trot Wham, ready to break down this Monday card. Let's get into it. Philadelphia and Washington to get it rolling. The Sixers, 4-point road favorites, 216 the total in this game. The Philadelphia 76ers, of course, a team that's had a kind of a disappointing start, 3-4 on the season, but they are coming off a good weekend, back-to-back victories Friday and Saturday against the Raptors and the Bulls on the road. Did it without Embiid on the game on Friday night against Toronto. Tyrese Maxey just went off that night, 40-plus points in the victory. So 2 wins in a row for the Sixers, gaining some momentum. This is their 3rd game in 4 nights. Washington off back-to-back losses, Indiana and Boston, and now on the 2nd of back-to-back games tonight, taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. So certainly rest advantage goes to the Sixers, starting to pick up their game a little bit. You look at the lineups for tonight. It looks like Embiid, once again for the Sixers, listed as a game-time decision. Didn't participate in the morning shoot-around. Questionable last we checked for the Sixers tonight against Washington. So hard to bet this game until you know for sure if Embiid's in. I certainly don't want Washington. I don't trust them. So Sixers are pass, but for me, it's a pass for now. Skee, what do you think here, Philly and Washington?
I definitely want to know if Embiid is in or not. But so far, I feel like Washington's been playing a little bit better. I know they've been playing better defense, and they've been rebounding the ball better than Philadelphia has. So for those reasons, I want to look towards the Wizards. But you guys already know I'm not one to go against the rest advantage too many times. So I lean Washington. If I was going to play this game, I probably would look towards 2 props, and that would be either Kuzma on his rebounds. They did move it up to 7.5, but it's plus money to take it at that number. And Philadelphia right now is the 2nd worst rebounding team in the league, and he has a matchup with PJ Tucker. So that's an option for me. And the other one will be Monte Morris assist. And Wham probably tell you a lot of reasons why you like that one. And I just know Philadelphia, 5 of their 7 opponents, they've allowed 6+ assists to the point guards. So that's what I'm looking at. I haven't really made anything official, though.
Yeah, this is the first, but yeah, that's a good point. It's the first of the many home-and-home series, as Bo Jackson says in the chat. Everybody's they're doing this a bunch this year. Same 2 teams playing each other back-to-back games. Dutch, what do you think here? Sixers, Wizards.
Yeah, man. Yo, salute to the real ones holding us down in the chat. Champagne OG, I see you, my man. Top shelf plays, as always. Don Mack, Star Child. Bo Jackson, as mentioned. I see y'all, man. Much love. Everyone hit the motherfucking like button. Yeah, man, I'm not touching this fucking game. Back with this bitch, please.
All right.
Yeah. Figured this might be the first backward.
Did we set an over-under today?
No, we did it. We did it, bro. I say
all right,
4,
man,
though.
what are you liking?
4 with no hooker. 4 with no hooker. Okay, so I do like something in this game. And I'm going out on a limb here because obviously the Embiid news is one of the things that you kind of like want to wait to see here. I'm going to say the Wizards wins today. So I kind of do want to correlate that with something that we already been cashing with is the Monte Morris to have at least 5 assists. He's averaging 5.8 assists. And like my guy Skee mentioned it, he's been doing it. I mean, last game he didn't, but it was a good defensive team in the Boston Celtics. Kind of got to get a boy a little bit of lax there. I do like the line right is already out. So I do like that he's out. So he's going to take away he would have took away a lot of the distribution responsibilities from Monte. Last time Monte went over this, it was 12 against the Pacers. That was his season high. Season high in assists. But he's been at 6-6, 3-6 the other games. So he's averaging 5.8. I think he gets to the 5 assists. With the Embiid news, I think that the line will definitely move in the favor of the home team in the Wizards. I don't trust this Sixers team defensively at all. One thing I do think that is going to be here to stay, I think the Wizards are showing that they're pretty good in the paint. They're number 1 in points in the paint with their allowing opponents. This team on the other side, they can't score in the paint. So they're going to have to rely on their shooting, which has been actually hitting the last few games. But again, against the Chicago Bulls team and then the second stink with the Raptors, those 2 wins, I'm kind of not giving them that much credit for. So I think the Sixers are still going to be one of those middle of the pack teams. As much as I thought they were going to be great, they're not really showing it right now. I think the Wizards are just as much as on the same level, especially without a beat. So I took the Monte Morris to have 5 assists and for Washington to win at plus 234. I think the last time I see it was at plus 230. Yeah, so I think it's just moved a little bit from the book that I took it at on Bet Online. So I like that look a lot. I think Monte Morris does get the 5 assists. It's about the Embiid news or not. Obviously, if he's in, they might have a tough time of winning this game. If he's out, I think that's going to give us a lot better value. The number will change for sure if he's out. So I took the Monte Morris to have 5 assists and for Washington to win combination at plus 234.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if we're finding out if he's out because I'm seeing it go down to 3.5. Philadelphia in a couple books right now. So keep an eye on this. Maybe we're going to find out something soon whether Embiid is in or out. Either way, I wouldn't take Philly in this spot. I just wouldn't. They're too erratic up and down for me. What do you? Next up, Sacramento, Charlotte. We've got Sacramento 2.5 3-point home road favorites rather 231.5. The total in this game. We know LaMelo Ball remaining out for Charlotte. Terry Rozier. He has missed the last 4 games, looking like he's on track to miss a 5th straight game with the ankle injury that keeps on hampering him. Cody Martin also out with a quadricep injury. So Charlotte having to overcome a few key injuries here in this game. Charlotte 3-3 this year actually has been a little bit better this year than I would have thought going in. And they're off a shocking win against Golden State, 120-113 in overtime as 10.5-point dogs winning outright. This on the heels of getting blown out by Orlando and losing to the Knicks in their previous 2 games. So it shows you how erratic they've been, Charlotte, this year. Sacramento, rough start to the year. They lost their first 4 games, Portland, Clippers, Warriors, Memphis. But they bounced back to win the final game of their homestand against Miami, 119-113 on Saturday night. Now they begin a long road trip here starting in Charlotte. We'll see how they fare going into this game. Sacramento definitely taking the money here in this one. I guess I can see it, but for me, this is more of a game where I look at both of these teams and the way things are going defensively for them. I could see this one maybe having some points to it. I think the over appeals to me more than either side. You look at the recent 2 meetings last year with Charlotte and Sacramento. We saw 140-110, 124-123. Both of those games just sailing way over the total. That's probably the look for me in this game if I'm getting involved. Skee, how about you? Sacramento, Charlotte.
Kings.
Yeah, the market is not really agreeing as far as the total. I see it open 232.5 and it's down to 231.5. And that's interesting to me for me to see that because we know both of these teams play fast. Kings not really a team known for a whole lot of defense. But maybe the Hornets been playing a little bit better defense lately. I think it's interesting to me that they're the number 1 team ranked defending the 3. So I'm looking at all of this, and I understand why you're on your over, Ian. But I think this is a terrible spot for Charlotte. It's not a back-to-back, but it's their 3rd game in 4 nights. Their last game, they just had an overtime game, and they're a home dog. I'm looking at teams in that situation. They lose 62% of the time, and 69% of those games go under. So I'm seeing the market go with it, and I have those numbers. So I rock with that on the under, and I gotta play the spot for Sacramento. And Dutch know if they screw me again, they're gonna be on that list. I'm gonna be done with it.
Hey, man. They're supposed to be on the list.
It's on the list. They on the list from last year, but it's a new year.
Hey, what happened the other night? Against Memphis.
They could lose 1 game, but if they screw me on multiple spots when they're supposed to win, and they're the better team in my opinion, I'll take my loss, but I won't be messing with them in the future. So Kings for me tonight, the under, and I don't know if I mentioned, but the only thing that scares me is the energy Dennis Smith Jr. has been bringing. So hopefully they get it done tonight.
Yeah,
Man,
Keegan Murray.
It's a bum ass fucking game. We're talking about energy of Dennis Smith Jr. Oh my god. Hey, I need money. I see you, my man. Cheshire Cat. Good to see you, bro. Nets bets. Hey, you Capper Sports. Everybody in the chat. It's very good to see y'all, man. I like seeing y'all motherfuckers a lot more than this motherfucking basketball game. You could not pay me to bet this shit, man. Y'all ski, y'all are much better than me, man. Fuck this game. Backwood, please.
All right.
This was your surefire lock to be a backwood on the card today from our guy Dutch. No question about that. I Keegan Murray prop does interest me over
You
16.
need to back with this motherfucker too, bro.
Talk to him, Babano. Talk to him,
He's
Babano.
fit in with that starting lineup really nicely, and they see this guy's just flat out playing good basketball and scoring for us. How can we?
He's a
how
baller.
How can we put him on the bench? I think they're finally figuring that out here, Sacramento. No question about that. So definitely Keegan Murray prop over. I mean, De'Aaron Fox has been off to a scorching start before playing Miami, but we know Miami's not a bad defensive team.
Right.
De'Aaron Fox over 25.5. I could see that. It's, not the best number, but I would lean that way over as well for the prop with him. What do you think here, Wham Bam?
What's up with my boy Kayvon, Skee? What's up with Kevin Huerter, man? I like Kevin Huerter. I know we talked about Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray is the actual official play for me. I'm on the over 2.5 3-point makes. He's played 4 games. He's hit that prop every game. So keep that going. Keep that rocking. I think it's fool's gold for them to have the number 1 3-point defense in the Charlotte Hornets. But, man, my boy Skee did mention it. I kind of been fading the Hornets a little bit too much so far this year, and it's been Dennis Smith Jr., the guy that's been killing me, along with Nick Richards as well. He's been pretty much phenomenal off the bench, pretty much like a lock inside guy that, just getting all the damn putbacks and rebounds and stuff like that. But Kevin Huerter, man, like that guy is freaking killing right now. Last game, 7 of 8 from 3. The games before that, he didn't go over the 3-point prop, but it was 5 and 8 the game before that, 6 and 9 on the first opening night game. So he's been shooting at lights out, bro. And it seems like he's, a little bit more freer to do what he on the offensive side. Kind of gave him a little bit more leeway. But I think Keegan Murray is probably the best bet today. I think he's going to continue to showcase that he's up there with Paolo Banchero as far as like production-wise, impact-wise on the team. Maybe not going to win Rookie of the Year, just way off the crazy rip of Orlando really relying on Paolo. And then it's not the same for the Kings, but I think he is that type of player to win Rookie of the Year if that wasn't the case. So I think he's going to get the over 2.5 3-point makes. I think right now you're getting that -120. I think that's still a good look. Again, he hasn't went under this total yet. So I don't expect it to go down, even though it's fool's gold on the stats here for the Hornets, being that they're number 1 in 3-point percentage. I don't think they're going to hold these guys at 28%. So I think we get to 40 something around there, 40%, not 45, 35 plus to 40% 3-point percentage for the Kings tonight. Keegan Murray being the guy to get at least 8 attempts to go over the 3, to get over the 2.5, to get 3-point makes.
All right, Indiana and Brooklyn next up here. We've got the Nets, 7.5, 8-point home favorites, 235, the total in this one. Yeah, but it's revenge for Brooklyn. They lost to Indiana, obviously, on Saturday night, 125-116 as 11-point dogs. We have to bet Brooklyn here. No, we don't. All right, I like Indiana again. In this game, even with the revenge situation for Brooklyn. Look, when Steve Nash is starting to really call out the players, and this is the most mild-mannered man you'll ever see. You got some problems right now with the Brooklyn Nets, big time, and it starts again at the defensive end. The last few games, I mean, you're giving up 41 of 81 to Dallas from the field, 40 of 94 from the to the Pacers in a 125-116 loss. Totally unacceptable for the Nets on the defensive side of the football, or the basketball rather. Just absolutely terrible on that end of the court. Defensively, they've been brutal. Steve Nash is getting ejected in games. He's calling out players now. I mean, it's even getting to him. What the fuck is going on right now with the Brooklyn Nets? Indiana's not a great team by any stretch of the imagination, but they put a couple of good games in a row together. They beat Washington outright as dogs before that. How can I lay 8 with a team not playing defense right now, with a team with chemistry issues, with a team that looks dysfunctional right now? I'm not doing that. I think Halliburton props are good to go right now against this Brooklyn team. I'd consider the over as well. I did take the over Saturday with these two teams. Even when it got up to 239.5, I took it, and it still went up over the total with 241 points in that game. Yeah, this total's come down. What, they're going to buy into the coach speak and the players about, hey, we got to fix the defense? I got to see it happen for Brooklyn first. So I don't understand the love for the under personally here. And I'm on Indiana again. This issues 1-5 ATS this year, Brooklyn. Money burning once again, and especially at home. We know how bad they were in the home favorite role. What do you think here, Skee? Pacers, Nets?
Yeah, for me, I don't like seeing Ben Simmons or whatever going out, but I see Nets bet saying Nets by 1,000,000, especially if Ben sits. So maybe he likes it. Maybe they go back to playing good. But it's really just I play these teams after they lose in that short time frame after they lost as a favorite. Coming back in that second game after they got embarrassed, 60.5% is what the numbers tell me. So I got to play the Nets. I don't feel as comfortable playing the first quarter, first half, full game, but I'll take them for the full game. I know Indiana has played like what is this their fourth straight road game? I know it's their fifth game in 8 nights. So I think the more this game goes, the more that side will die out, and so that's why I'm on the Nets there. And as far as props, I did take one for sure. Jalen Smith over 8.5 rebounds. He's averaging 9.3, and so far the Nets are the worst rebounding team in the league. So last time they played, I laddered him up to 10.5. He ended up with 14. I'm rocking with the 8.5 on this one. It was like -105. Miles Turner's back. I still don't think that bothers him. So I like him. And if I'm going to look at any other prop, I like Halliburton. You can look at his rebounds and assists if you like. That's hit every game except for the first game. It's 13.5. Or you could just go with his assist at 9.5. I'm debating which one I want to play. And I can get to Wham because I know Wham probably bet on him today.
You already know. Yeah, man. I definitely did, bro. And he's averaging 10 assists. Why wouldn't you think to go towards the assist prop? And especially, didn't reach the double-double last game. Against the Nets. Ben Simmons may not be in the lineup, so they may be losing out on their best defensive player on the Brooklyn Nets. And like my guy Desmond said, it may be good for their offense, though. You know what I mean? It may be really good for their offense. But I'm waiting for Seth Curry. Seth Curry's still out.
He's out.
Seth Curry, he's still out. So once he comes back, that's when I'm going to really kind of try to evaluate the offense here, see what they're looking like. Defensively, though, I think we know what type of team this is going to be. I think the over is a good spot, but I'm on Hallie, man. I think Hallie gets the double-double tonight at -104. I think I got it at -104, -105, one of those. But I think that's money, man. I think Halliburton is showing you he's going to drop 20. He's going to score, and he's going to distribute here. If the defense takes a step back for the Nets, which I expect them to, I don't like that Steve Nash is already coming out within the first few games, not just recently with his last speaking of the Brooklyn Nets players and as far as desire or motivation. He's been talking about this for the last few games. So he's been already coming out the woodwork with these guys. And then I've seen them all today on ESPN that the fact that they are already doing player-only meetings or meetings before Halloween, not a good sign when, this is supposed to be a team that, is competing for the division, let alone the Eastern Conference. So I'm not in on the Nets, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if they win because this is a second stink to play these guys as far as the Pacers, but no way I'm playing with the Nets, man, today. No way, especially with the stupid shit with Kyrie. It seems like we always got to talk about Kyrie because that's what
stupid shit.
That's what it's stupid. It's stupid as fuck. Like none of this has nothing to do with the actual game. We still got to talk about them. We're not going to do that here because it doesn't have anything to do with making money. We're going to talk about Halliburton getting the double-double tonight. He's averaging a double-double, hit it 5 out of the last 7 games, or 5 out of the 7 games of the season. He gets it to get done again tonight. So Halliburton double-double -104.
There you go. Halliburton double-double for Wham Bam. All right, Dutch, how about you? Indy Brooklyn.
Yeah, man, I'm looking at this from a whole nother perspective. I think me and Skee in the same motherfucking rotation. I think this is a juicy spot right here in Brooklyn. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm all over Brooklyn here. Give me first half -4.5, -105, full game -7, -120. It's Nets world, bro. It is what it is, man. It's one fucking game. Pacers came in there, embarrassed them. You're going to see weirdo Kyrie out tonight on the offensive court. All right, he's a weirdo, but motherfucker's game is real weirdo, too. He's going to probably drop 40 because that's just the type of mode he's in. Look at his numbers going off. All the dumb shit he says, look at his numbers. He's going dumb on the court as well. Look for KD to have a game. It's about that time. Ben, play if not. Brooklyn wins. It's going to be ugly, I believe, for the Indiana Pacers. These boys don't even want to play basketball, don't even really want to win basketball games. They got some talent over there. They got some shooters, but they shot 50% for the fucking three-point line in this game the other night. 23 from 46. That shit ain't happening in the motherfucking game. Plus 19 on the rebounds, plus 13 in second chance points. So please bring your motherfucking lunch pail to work, Brooklyn. Play some hustle basketball, rebound the basketball, and don't let these motherfuckers outwork you. And you should run these motherfuckers off the court. That's just what it is. The Pacers have lost 7 out of the last 8 games versus the motherfucking Nets, man. The Nets are a better basketball team than the Indiana Pacers. We will see it tonight. Play some defense, rebound the fucking basketball, Easy money by 15. Brooklyn Nets, man. Early and often. First half, full game. That's right. I said it, man.
All right. Well, this is a spot where they should show up, step up. Should show some sort of.
Let's go Nets bets.
Yeah,
come on.
Exactly. I know you're doing a better job pumping them up than Nash probably right now. But yeah, let's see what response the Brooklyn Nets have in them tonight, because this is still what we think is a bottom 5, bottom 6 team in the NBA. Indiana. Let's see if they make them look that way tonight. All right, Atlanta, Toronto, Raptors 3-point home favorites, 223 the total in this one. Raptors split with Philadelphia. They won the first game. They played extremely well last week. And then, they'd already beaten Philly once. They find out late that Joel Embiid's not playing. And it's typical human, not emotion, but human mentality. You think it's going to be easy. You just beat Philly with Embiid. Oh, Embiid not playing Friday night. Surely we'll beat them again. Didn't work that way. They end up losing 112-90, and Tyrese Maxey just goes off in that game. It also didn't help that Fred VanVleet went 0 for 8 from three-point range. A lot of them struggled offensively in that game, and defensively, they just didn't have any sort of energy whatsoever. That's what every player harped on, that they just didn't have it that night. They were lethargic. They were flat. You would expect the Raptors to be better tonight in this game. They've had 2 days off as well. They haven't played since that Friday night clunker against the Sixers. On the flip side, here's Atlanta, 3rd game in 4 nights on the road. They played Detroit, Milwaukee back-to-back, split those 2 games, beat Detroit pretty badly, 136-112, and then lost to Milwaukee, 123-115 the next game after that. They've trended over the total. They've been able to score the basketball. Their defensive game hasn't been nearly as consistent at times, though, especially the last couple. It's definitely, I think, a Toronto spot, and I like the Raptors here a little bit at -3 in this game, just because of the fact that nobody was happy with that Philly game. I think you've got definitely a spot where the Raptors are the rested team here as well. Atlanta on this long road trip definitely works out well situationally for Toronto, and we will see if we can if they can get the job done here tonight in this game. Bogdanovich is out for the Hawks. VanVleet, by the way, questionable for the Raptors. That's why I think the number is ticked down ever so slightly on Atlanta. They would miss him for sure, obviously, if he doesn't play, but I still think Toronto sets up well for them spot-wise tonight. Skee, what are you thinking here? Hawks taking on the Raptors.
I would hope VanVleet would be in, just because he's one of, if not their best shooter. But, he was kind of struggling lately, so maybe it could be all right without him, The one thing I do like for Toronto here is that they got length, and they're going to be able to D up Atlanta, and all of them boys are going to be struggling to score tonight. So I look at Atlanta, they play, it's their 3rd and 4 nights. All of them been on the road. Toronto's coming in here with 2 days rest. So we already know we rock with the home favorites with the rest advantage. They win 72.5% of the time. And then in general, it's just not Atlanta's role. I mean, Atlanta's been a strong home team. As a road dog, going back to the beginning of 2021 season, they're 7-23 straight up, 23.3%. They're 9-20-1 against the spread, 31%. That's Atlanta. So I got to rock with Toronto -3. Whether VanVleet plays or not, they get it done.
Like in Toronto, and I think I would still bet Toronto, like Skee just said, even if Freddie VanVleet doesn't play for them tonight in this one. All right, Dutch, how about you? Hawks, Raptors. You're muted,
bro.
My fault. Things happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and I agree. I agree with Ski here, man. But I'm not as confident without VanVleet. To me, man, he's a big piece. I'll be honest with you. So I wanted to be on Toronto. The 3 to 4, I know dropped a little, obviously, because of VanVleet news. I fade Atlanta on the road. I'm not big on them. I think they, this link will match up pretty well down low too with Atlanta, because Atlanta's pretty good at rebounding, but I think Atlanta could, Toronto could stay with them. But I need VanVleet out there. No VanVleet, I really look around like, who's going to make a jump shot outside of Gary Trent? I mean, who really going to make? I know Siakam and OG can get hot, but I need VanVleet out there to calm the troops down. So once I know he's suited and booted, I'll be ready to rock and roll with fading Atlanta on the road, absolutely. But as of now, this game just highlighted for me, and I need VanVleet out there, because I definitely looking to fade Atlanta in Canada. That's most definitely.
All right, Wham Bam.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Dutch and Ski here. I think it's a Toronto spot here. They have been holding opponents to just 48 rebounds game, which is number one in the league at that stat. So I do think they could take advantage of the boards. You got to want to make sure Fred VanVleet is in the lineup there. They're also 2-0 after a loss. After coming off of a loss, they may be able to cover this game. So it's 2-0 ATS. So I think they have a good opportunity here with the Hawks. I'm not really sold on the Hawks all the way, but their offense is pretty good. So we do want Fred VanVleet out there. I don't want to jump without a missing guy here. So I haven't bet this game yet, but I'm thinking Raptors with you guys.
All right, good stuff. Next up, we've got Detroit, Milwaukee. Bucks 13-point home favorites, 224.5 the total. It's a back-to-back situation for the Pistons. They were home to Golden State last night, 128-114 victory. I don't know what the hell the Warriors were doing this weekend on the road in Charlotte and Detroit, and they can't win either game. Go figure. But nevertheless, the NBA for you sometimes. But Detroit, they get the victory there, 128-114. Obviously, it was a great night for them offensively. Shooting a blistering 48% from the field last night. They got 28 from Saddiq Bey, 23 from Cade Cunningham, 24 Isaiah Stewart, Bojan Bogdanovic, 21 points. Jaden Ivey, the rookie, chipped in 15. I mean, that's the balanced attack you want to see from the Detroit Pistons. There's no question about that. Will they keep it going here? I kind of lean over now with this total dropping. I'm not rushing to bet Detroit under the total. I think more of their offense than their defense. They've gone over the total in all but one game this year so far. 5-1 to the over in their first 6 games. Milwaukee's gone over in 2 straight. Beat Atlanta, beat New York, beat Brooklyn. I think they'll score at will against Detroit. But at the same time, I think their defense could, not go through the motions, but you played Brooklyn, you played some good big teams. Now you're playing Detroit. I could see that defensive intensity not being there for 48 minutes tonight for Milwaukee. So I think this total, I don't get why it's moving in this direction. Brook Lopez is questionable. I know Ingles and Middleton are still out for Milwaukee. That takes away something offensively, but I think this game goes over that number. I would disagree with the totals move. Ski, anything you like here? Pistons, Bucks.
Yeah. Something that you were saying stood out to me. The only way Detroit is going to stay in this game is if Milwaukee just overlooks them and doesn't care. Like you were saying, you can see them maybe not bringing defensive intensity tonight. Like that's just all going to be if they don't care, they don't show up tonight because their defense is capable. They're number one defensive rated team so far this year, but with it not moving, it opened 12.5 except to 13, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are liking Detroit, but I can't do it. I get it if you think Milwaukee's going to overlook them, but I just can't bet that. I'll feel better and I'll sleep better at night knowing that, they're going to play again on Wednesday and Milwaukee owns this team. 13 of the last 16 times they played, they covered versus Detroit. And the one time, Detroit, I mean, not the last time, but the time before last, Detroit did win outright. But just looking at the times they played, like I remember sitting on the sidelines like, damn, why didn't I bet that day? Like it was 30-8 after the first quarter, or they're up by 12 after the first half, up by 26 after the first. Like they killed his team. So I'm Smack City in this spot, Jay Money style. First quarter, first half, full game. First quarter is 4.5, and I usually don't like to take anything more than 3.5. But I just can't ignore how much they killed this team. They don't even got a center out there. Duran's out, Bagley out. I mean, Isaiah Stewart is 6'8", going against Giannis. Come on now. And I got Giannis over his points, rebounds, assists, 50.5, just because he's been going over that damn near every game this season, every game except for one maybe. And like I said, it's no big man down there. They're 26th defending the paint for the Pistons. So Giannis points, rebounds, assists, and Bucks Smack City for me.
There you go. Giannis props and Bucks first quarter, first half, full game, the trifecta here for Ski in this one. Going all no letdown for Milwaukee and a good matchup. You're right. I mean, who the hell is going to defend in the paint for Detroit? I agree with that.
Last thing I'll say, even if they were to lose this game, I would come right back on Wednesday and bet the same thing, just so you know.
Yep.
And if they win, I'm going to bet the same thing again too.
There you go. So win or lose, we're doing the Milwaukee two-step here in these back-to-back games now against Detroit. What do you think, Dutch, here, Pistons, Bucks?
Yeah, man. I wish I could be as confident as my guy Ski here. I might just sweat his shit out, man. Trifecta spot him and Jay. That's all I need to say about this game. I don't give a fuck about this game, no. Besides that, AOD, I see you, my man. Cheshire Cat, Don Mac. Yeah, but this is clear backward for me, man. Too many points on the road. Backward.
All right. Yeah.
All right, backwood for Dutch. I believe that's the fourth. I've lost track. What do you think here, Dutch? Detroit, Milwaukee.
I didn't backwood the Raptors. I like the Raptors. I like
that you're third.
I'm waiting for Van Fleet. God damn it.
As you should.
Got you. As you should, my boy. As you should. So for me, I'm right there. I understand what the spot is. They've been pretty much owning this damn team, the Milwaukee Bucks, since Giannis arrived to the Pistons. To the Bucks. They've pretty much been owning the Pistons. I haven't bet that yet, but hearing Skee confidence, I know bro enough, and I capped the capper. He really liked this play, so I'm gonna have to jump on at least the first half. I love the Bucks first half. I might have to jump on the first half here, and it may help me out because I already did lock in a bet on the other side. As far as prop wise, I don't think they have a chance in this game, but I do think this guy is going to continue to flourish into the role of being the secondary distributor in Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey, for his first 4 games, he's went over the 3.5 assists total that they set today with 4, 9, 5, and 4. So 2 of those was pretty close there, very close edge, but I love the way he drives the ball, dishes out to open shooters. I just love the way he be able to get by defenders. As far as the Bucks, they're probably not going to have their best defender on him, so he's going to be able to get a little bit more leeway having like Narara out there on his ass or stuff like of that nature. But Jaden Ivey is a play I did take a shot at. I did lock this in as an official play. So over 3.5 assists at plus 114. I just think it's value. I've seen him get to 9 assists in so far this season, which was his career high so far. So I think he got the capability of being that type of guy to go, 5 to 6 assists. He's averaging 4.2 so far. I think he got the chance to get the 4 tonight. But that being said, I know my guy, bro. I'm kind of on the other side. I'm kind of scared. Luckily, he's a young player. He'll be out there on garbage time. But man, it's I could see this being a smack city spot for the Bucks, and I don't want to step in front of anything that direction. And I believe, do we still got Bogdanovich out for the? Okay, so he's in. Okay, so I thought Bogdanovich would possibly be out as well. That kind of would have helped, but maybe it's going to help me more off with the assist prop. So I'm on Jaden Ivey as far as the official play, but my guy Skee probably talking to me on that first half, man. At the least.
There you go. All right, Detroit and Milwaukee, and I like the total in that game. All right, next up we've got Memphis and Utah. Memphis 2-point road favorites, 229.5 the total. So the Skee Profit theory is if he loses with Milwaukee tonight, he's coming back to Milwaukee against Detroit. I'm doing this tonight with this game. I lost with Memphis on the weekend. I'm back to Memphis tonight here in this one against Utah. I can't imagine them. For as much as Memphis has been kind of up and down this year to begin, I can't imagine them losing 2 in a row to Utah. I can't. And I think they'll bounce back here tonight after that 124-123 loss over the weekend. Back and forth game could have went either way. The Jazz are doing much greater things than I ever thought they would to start this season. There's no question about that. But I think this is the Memphis spot here to bounce back, even with the injuries that they're dealing with here. We know Ja Morant questionable. We know Desmond Bane questionable as well for the Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously, we'd want to see them in the lineup for sure for Memphis. I'm waiting on that. But I am definitely looking hard at Memphis in a revenge spot here on the road. You're just hoping those two are able to suit up here for the Grizzlies in this game. Of course, that's also impacted the total, having bet down, knowing the status of those 2 players in particular is up in the air going into this one. Again, give Utah all the credit in the world, but if we see one or both of Morant and Bane in the lineup, I'm definitely going to be looking at Memphis. I haven't bet it yet, but I'm eyeing it. We'll see if they're able to get back on the win column here tonight. But again, I'm waiting for that status of both of those 2 guys. What do you think here, Skee? Memphis, Utah.
Hey, this is a game I really don't like just because, I usually like these situations, but I don't trust Memphis right now, especially if you don't have Bane or Morant. Utah's been playing good basketball right now. They playing defense. So you still giving them points at the house. I know they're gonna come with it. I seen how that crowd was looking in that other game the other day and how they was playing. So they're not a team that's gonna roll over until Memphis showed me their team of last year. I'm gonna act like they're not because I don't think they are.
All right, not like they were last year. And look, to be honest, I will say this about Memphis: they beat New York, they beat Houston, Brooklyn, struggling, and Sacramento. Not the best wins, creamed by Dallas, and obviously lost to Utah. So there is still that sense that maybe this is not regressions hitting Memphis, not going to be able to match what they did last year. See how they bounce back tonight against Utah. What do you think here, Dutch, Grizz, and Jazz?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Stimmy OG, Jake Peasy, the motherfucking building, Cali's finest. The gas report. I see you, my man. Yeah, man. How do we get so many bum ass fucking games, bro? Like, Skee didn't even want to talk about this game either, man. Back with this motherfucker, please.
All right. Yeah.
There we go. Another backwood from our guy, Dutch.
I thought the NFL card was ugly as a motherfucker. This NBA shit ain't much better.
Yeah, it always seems like there's games like that. I'd love Memphis in this spot, but then you see that John Morant and Desmond Bane may not suit up, and you got to hold off until you find out whether
And
they're
what do
going to
we
be
know?
in or
What
not.
is Utah? I mean, we don't know where Utah is, bro. Like, we thought they're shitty. They're playing good basketball.
We know they're not going to win 5 of every 7 games the rest of the season.
Yo, for sure.
That much we
Yeah.
fucking know.
For sure.
Right? That much we know. This ain't lasting permanently. I know that for a fact. What do you think here, Wham Bam?
It's a motherfucking backwood, man. I ain't gonna waste y'all time. Put that shit up there, dude.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean with the situation with the Grizz, whether these two will play, so it makes it a tougher game. How about this final game? Houston Rockets, LA Clippers. The Clip Joint 9-point home favorites here, 224. The total in this game. You talk about teams that are a bit of a mess right now. The LA Clippers have lost 4 in a row, straight up and ATS. They've actually only covered 1 point spread this year, and that was the opener against the Lakers. And even in that game, they had to hang on at the end for dear life to get the point spread cover in that game as the Lakers trimmed that lead in the fourth quarter. We don't know who's in. It's a different fucking starting lineup, it seems, every game. John Wall's already battling injuries now. What else is new? Cotton candy, plastic body parts will do that to you. And he's got that left knee injury right now for the LA Clippers. Covington's also looking like a game-time decision tonight. Kawhi Leonard, they're being careful with him now as well. He is out for tonight. And again, their load management, they're going to hold him out tonight during these back-to-back situations. That's concerning as well. We'll see how the Clippers fare here. And this is, again, the second of a back-to-back after they got throttled by the Pelicans. That was, I think, the best bet on the entire Sunday card yesterday was the Pelicans plus points. I couldn't believe that. New Orleans was underdogs in that game, and Pelicans ended up getting the confident win going away, 112-91 over the Clippers. Look, it's a leap of faith right now with this Houston team. We saw the last 2 road games got away from them, 125-111. At Portland, 124-109, lost to Phoenix. That was also last night, so they're also on the second of a back-to-back games. It's tough to really lay 9 with the Clippers or take the Rockets at all right now going into this game. But I will say this. I think Houston's worth a dabble here at +9, +9.5. I do. I think the Clippers still have a lot of things to go through. Ty Lue looks exasperated. If you see the way he was talking after the game yesterday, he looks like he's frustrated. He's a guy that usually finds some answers, finds some lineup adjustments, finds some ways to overcome the bad hand he's been dealt. And yet he looks like he's kind of exasperated and flummoxed and frustrated with where things are right now with the LA Clippers, with the fact that they have not shot a lick offensively either these last few games. I mean, the last 5 games for the Clippers, this team has just been not shooting the ball well. I mean, they're 31% from 3-point range, not great. Their offensive game looks disjointed. On the defensive side of the football, basketball. I keep saying football, basketball. They gave up almost 50% shooting to the Thunder a couple games ago. They give up nearly 50% shooting again to the Pelicans yesterday. I mean, both ends of the floor are just out of sorts right now for the LA Clippers. I got it, not with tons of confidence, but I'm going to grab a small little Houston piece here at +9, +9.5. I think they're the lesser of the two evils at the moment. The one thing about the Rockets is they're not good, but the effort's there most nights, and you got to hope that's enough here in this one. What do you think here, Skee? Rockets and Clippers, two teams that are tough to trust right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think I got to get in there right now. I'm looking at it; it's moving just because John Wall has been rolled out. But yeah, like the Clippers, they lost 4 in a row, bro. And I know both teams on a back to back, but they don't have one double digit win this year. Ty Lue said we're not a very good basketball team right now. I mean, he's telling you, and you expecting them to go out there and win by double digits. I can't put my money on that. So I know Rockets have been a good rebounding team. They're number 8 so far. I could trust that, they at least keep playing to the end of the game. You give me 9 points. I think I have to take a dabble here. Until the Clippers show me they're going to give that effort and that they care and that they've, figured some stuff out, Covington out, John Wall out, Leonard out. I just don't trust them. So I have to put +9 in my pocket. But even better than that, I like Sengun over his 8.5 rebounds. He's averaging 10 so far. He's had 9+ every game this season. The Clippers have allowed 9+ to every opposing either center or power forward. So over 8.5 rebounds for Sengun, and I like the Rockets plus the points.
All right, there you go. Likes the Rockets plus the points, and Skee literally and figuratively leaving his wallet in El Segundo tonight with the props there on Sengun for the Rockets. Dutch, what do you think here? Houston and the LA Clippers.
Shout out to our guy Ray Han. Good to see you back in the building, my man. Hopefully you and the family's well out there in San Antonio, my man. Good to see you. Cliff, I see you, my man. Yeah, this game, like, I kind of want to put Wham Bam on this motherfucking, like, hey, if I hit him over the head with these nets like I think they about to do, I might fuck around and get loaded as a motherfucker. I will be loaded. I'm loaded right now. I'll be real loaded by this time. And maybe load up on these motherfucking Clippers first half, -5. I know all y'all talking that shit, but it's the Houston motherfucking Rockets, bro. It's almost like when you're having a bad day, these LA Lakers come in. Well, the next best thing might be the motherfucking Houston Rockets. I mean, these motherfuckers giving up 120 points per game. I mean, they've lost 5 first halves in 5 out of the last 6 first halves they have not covered. I look at the Clippers as, man, this got to be a spot where they should just get right. We know Houston ain't playing no defense. They're out there to score. I mean, less rotation players might be a little bit better for the Clippers, maybe, because they got too many motherfucking players. They got to figure out a rotation. I would like Kawhi's ass out there, but I don't give a fuck about John Wall. Come on, man. Like, I don't give a fuck about him. Reggie Jackson could do everything John Wall does and probably do it a little bit better because he knows the Clippers fucking game a little bit better. So I look for Reggie Jackson to have a big game tonight. And I like these Clippers, man. I like them first half here, -5. Have not pulled the trigger. Because it's the motherfucking Clippers, man. It's real. Everything y'all said is truthful. I don't like that they're on a back-to-back, but I mean, the last time these motherfucking Rockets were on a back-to-back, they were down 19.5. It was the Milwaukee Bucks, but I mean, 19 at the half. Like I mentioned, they have been getting their ass whipped first half. So it could be a Clipper spot. You lose 4 in a row. I mean, they want to win a basketball game. So, I mean, look how the Lakers acted when they won a fucking basketball game last night, finally. So, the Clippers want to feel some type of way. Maybe they'll follow their lead and do that as well. I don't know if they'll cover the 9, but cut it in half, and 5 looks like good money to me.
All right. Liking a Clippers first half potentially here for Dutch. Wham, what do you think, Houston, LA?
All right, appreciate you guys coming to me here. All right, so my guy Dutch talked about it. They're giving up 119 points to opponents so far this year. That's 25th ranked in the league. This team cannot score, though, bro. They only scoring 100 points a game, averaging. That's the 30th of the league, bro. That's damn near the last, bro. You dog shit at that point. And Wheelchair is not going to be there. He's not in there tonight. He's not going to be there. John Wall, Robert Covington, they just announced all 3 of those guys are out. It's only the Rockets at this point, bro. It's only the Rockets. And like my guy Dutch said, if we hitting them on the head, once Monte Morris cashed the 5 and the Washington Wizards MB's out, bro, believe me, I'm going to be right here with you guys on the Rockets. I want to hop on Jabari Smith, but he hasn't went over the 2.5 3-point makes in his last 3 games. So we're going to sit back and wait till he gets a little bit there. I love the El Segundo reference there from Urbano. I like Alperin a lot here. I think he's very underrated. He should be able to play really well tonight. So I like this look here with you guys, but it's one of those things I have to wait and see how the cash is accumulated earlier games, and then we're gonna slide on the Rockets later on tonight. But I agree with you guys on that.
Muted, bro.
There we go. Leaning toward the Rockets as well here. Our guy Wham in this one. All right, that is the Monday card here for the NBA Pub Hub. To begin the week, we get the week rolling on Mondays with a OG version of the show, original gangsta version, and OG Monday here on the NBA Pub Hub. The original four, if you will, Ian, Dutch, Skee, and Wham. Always a fun show. Hit the like button. 254 live viewers, so make sure you hit that like button. And a reminder, sign up and join as a member for the Pub Sports Radio YouTube channel. $4.99 a month, 18 cents a day. It doesn't cost you much, and you get a lot of perks and a lot of incentives. So make sure you join the Pub Sports Radio YouTube channel. I'll be on with Jimmy the Bag tonight for the first half of the Monday Night Football live stream, Bengals and Browns, the Battle of Ohio. So looking forward to that here on this Halloween Monday night. We will wrap it up with best bets right after we hear from Southtown and Manscaped. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke, and Manscaped. Make sure you check them out. Lawnmower 4.0, any Manscaped product on the website, manscaped.com. You can get 20% off using the promo code PubSports. All right, best bets to wrap it up for this Monday edition of the NBA Pub Hub. I think, trying to think Friday night, I think I cashed my best bet on Friday. I'm trying to remember. I'll check back on Twitter. I think, but I think I did. But either way, let's see what we've got here for Monday with our NBA Pub Hub best bets. Skee, we'll start with you. What do you like for best bet?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you three. Same game. Wham, no. Cap the capper, man. I like Milwaukee today. First quarter, -4.5. First half, -8. Full game, -13. They'll get it done.
There you go. Loving the Milwaukee triple up here tonight. Like the Bucks to walk all over the Pistons. First quarter, first half, full game. Best bet for Skee with his best bet for Monday. Oh, yeah, mine was Cleveland Cavs outright in overtime, beating Boston on Friday night. Yeah, great job by the Cavs. That team's going to make me money this year and make a lot of us money, I think. Really good basketball team and still undervalued in terms of the point spread. What do you think here, Dutch? Best bet or freshest look for Monday?
Yeah, man. I'm going to follow my guy Ski Lee, and I'm going to give him the two-piece. We're going to double up. We're going to Brooklyn. It's going to be motherfucking Nets. First half -4.5 and full game -7. Drop to 120. That's good money.
All right, there it is. Liking the Brooklyn Nets here to bounce back in a big way against the Indiana Pacers. Freshest look for Dutch. Wham, best bet.
Ain't no way I can't get y'all two today now after these beautiful gentlemen that came through. So I'm going to go with two here. Different games, of course. Tyrese Halliburton double-double -104. And we're going to go with the guy that hasn't let under this prop yet. So Keegan Murray over 2.5 3-point makes. Both of those should be good money.
There you go. All right, liking a couple of props. Wham, bam, two best bets. And I got to obviously give two, but now as well. Have to. Got to keep the train rolling here. My best bet was going to be Toronto -3 against Atlanta. It's still going to be Toronto, even if Fred VanVleet doesn't play. I think this team will have a much greater effort, especially defensively after what happened against Philadelphia. Atlanta on the end of this long road trip, back-to-back for them as well. Toronto gets the job done tonight, -3 against Atlanta. And I'm going to rock with that Sacramento-Charlotte over 230. No, I'm actually going to go Detroit-Milwaukee over instead. Detroit-Milwaukee over 224 is the best number out there right now. Bookmakers got 224. I think that number's going in the wrong direction. Pistons and Bucks both trending over. I think that continues tonight. Detroit, Milwaukee over 224. Toronto -3 against Atlanta. So there you go. A double dip of best bets for me here on the Monday show as well. All right, great stuff. Happy Halloween, everybody. Bo Jackson, Jay Peasy, here every show. Great guys, has donated a shit ton of money to the channel as well. Great stuff from Jay Peasy, Cheshire Cat. It goes on and on. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate you. Hit the like button on the way out. Don't forget, join us Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. It's a rotating cast every day, but every day we've got you covered. It's a great show every day, regardless of who's on, including tomorrow. Make sure you join it. Dutch will be hosting. He'll be joined by Trot Wham. He'll be joined by Durrell. Make sure you join tomorrow, Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub. For Dutch, for Skee, for Wham, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. Happy Halloween. And we'll be back tomorrow on Tuesday with another edition of the Pub Up right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. Salute to them real ones. Like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.